Can you guys see me? Let me know how the volume and everything is going. Now let's move this mic up a little bit more. There you go. All right. What is up, Blue Foundation, Green Giants, and the Deep Red Alliance? Welcome to another Deep Red Alliance episode. I appreciate you guys hitting the like on the way in. I appreciate you guys, any new subscribers to the channel, helping us grow. We've been on a shout out to Uncle Buster and Berserker on Coffee Time and the boardroom, XRP boardroom. Shout out to them and all the support coming from their channel. Always grateful. So appreciate that we're picking up some momentum here, and that's amazing. I appreciate the Blue Crew and all the support from everybody. Much love to all of y'all. But dude, we got a hell of a list for you guys today. We got a two pages of deep reds for you guys today, and we got some new cryptos to talk about. Seems like I got a new crypto almost every day to talk to you guys about. I've been adding on average to the blue list about like maybe 5 cryptos a day. Honestly, it's been kind of crazy seeing how many AI cryptos there are, how many RWA cryptos there are, how many cryptos that are either followed by the Decentralized Recovery Alliance or followed by a big name project, right? So it kind of sparks some interest. We got gains in the past 24 hours. We got some pretty freaking big gains in the past 24 hours, man. Especially from one crypto that we have been talking about and we've had locked in on. Good to see it waking up. Good to see it awake. I mean, I don't want to over celebrate or anything. I just kind of hope the momentum continues, right? Just kind of hoping the momentum continues here. But yeah, we'll talk about the gains in the past 24 hours, and then we'll certainly get into our 2-page list of deep reds. I appreciate Tony Bags jumping in. Once again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. We got the best community jumping on in. Mix in the house. Tony Bags in the house. Animal, appreciate you guys. Much love to y'all. Hustle hard. Crypto in the house. If you guys are making gains on any specific cryptos, feel free to shout them out. We're going to jump into our past 24-hour gains for the blue list, and then we'll get into the deep reds. Just kind of give more time for people to jump on in. I appreciate the Blue Foundation hitting the like button. You're just double tapping the vertical screen here, and it hits the like for us and does wonders. When you hit that, when you double tap that screen, somehow more people start to come along. Somehow more viewers start coming along. Remember, the algorithm just recognizes action. It does not recognize, just your emotional support and stuff like that. It recognizes action. So I appreciate y'all. JCM, what's up, dude? How you doing? Are you pissed off that you're not making some gains? What's going on, man? What did I do to piss you off, man? It's just good times and good vibes in here, especially if you're buying in the deep reds and enjoying some good gains. Let's jump into the good gains in the past 24 hours. We got Lava at the top of the big gains list for today in the past 24 hours. Lava Network is alive and doing well with 100+% gains in the past 24 hours, going up to 12 cents now for Lava. Dude, this thing has been on a tear. This is the opposite of a deep red, right? This thing, if you have some Lava, you're celebrating. You're letting us know, the Blue Crew, so we can congratulate you, right? So we can give you a little clap, right? Because when you make some good gains, especially if you make 100+% gains in 24 hours, that's never too bad. We got Zcash, dude, just continuing its tear. Another 24-hour day of double-digit gains. 32+% gains for Zcash. Zcash doing, dude, I remember when this thing was, what, $50, $30? Holy cow, look at this thing going. NXQ, Nextcloud is what it's called, a cloud with a Q. NXQ is plus 26% in the past 24 hours. Still negative 27% in the past year. So kind of a deep red. New crypto to look at if the Blue Crew is interested. NXQ for Nextcloud. There's some interesting connections to this crypto. Good volume. And, it's a very low supply crypto. But dude, the price is like $82 already. Right? Like there's some people recognizing some value here in NXQ. So negative 27% down on the year could still be a good deep red opportunity, but hey, up in the past 24 hours as well. We got IXS at 9 cents. 180 million supply, up 26% in the past 24 hours, but hey, still negative 81% down in the past year. So IXS still, looking to recover a bunch of, of that deep red there, but want to keep an eye out for sure. And then lo and behold, Blue Crew, let's go. Let's go. Can we now we have a crypto that is not fully deep red across the board. It is now on the hourly, the 24-hour, the 7-day, and the 30-day, and the 90-day up. We are finally up on PORTX here and doing some good stuff, man. We were talking about PORTX, chain port at triple zeros, now working its way on up to 0013, plus 36% gains in the past 24 hours. PORTX is awake, y'all. Let's freaking go, Blue Crew. Gotta love Chainport, man. Gotta love Chainport. Hopefully we see 2 pennies very soon. That supply is too low. That supply is too low. But shout out to the Blue Foundation, right? This is why we are graduating to the Blue Foundation. Things like this, like freaking PORTX making some solid gains in the past week, in the past month. This has been one of the deep reds that we even kind of had like a singular video titled after it. I don't know if I'll do that again for other cryptos, but because now we're doing like the Deep Red Alliance episodes, but you can always expect that we'll definitely keep up with some deep reds to see if they've made us some gains in the past 24 hours or in the 7 days. But yeah, PORTX, dude, Chainport, let's freaking go, dude. Now it's alive. Now we're above the triple zeros. Now it's the only thing in front of us is our destiny, right? Our destiny with PORTX, man. And I can't wait to, hopefully I can start staking some PORTX and make that PORTX work for me, man. If you guys are new to this show, I appreciate you guys hitting the like, by the way. If you guys are trying to gauge what this show is really about, we hammer deep reds. Cryptos that are basically red across the board on the hourly, the 24-hour, the 30-day, the 90-day, and the yearly. Sometimes you may have a little bit of green in between those, but they're definitely down on the year, and they're down big time. And they have some worth. They have some value. They're just undervalued at this point, right? They haven't woken up or started catching up with any of the bullish momentum, but they may have their day in the sun, and they most likely will, because some of these cryptos definitely have some, legitimacy and are real projects, right? And hopefully we can see them climb out of the deep reds sometime soon. So anyways, let's go into the bottom. We're going to go from shallowest of the deep reds. So these are cryptos that are like, few percentages down, and then we just go straight to like 90+% down, right? So we're going to give you guys some really good deep reds. We're going to start in just a second. Let me catch up with the chat. Tony Bags, I appreciate you guys and the support. Already 18 viewers and 9 likes. We must be doing something right, man. I think that's the fastest we've ever gotten to like 9 likes to start off a stream. Like if we can get 10 likes before 10 minutes of the stream, we're on our way. The like goal is 25 likes for the stream if we can get that. Put in a lot of work on these deep reds, and you guys are about to see. Every time it's just talking about the numbers, talking about the cryptos, not talking about talking heads, right? We don't care what the talking heads got to say. We talk about the cryptos, the numbers, how far down are they? How's the sentiment looking? Are they still active? Are they still building? Right? That's what we care about. Elijah Jr., Dora, like your vision wall, or that shows your magic wall. It looks pretty cool. Appreciate it, man. This is our blue palace. It's made up of SHX blue bricks, Oasis Protocol blue roses, and Dragon Chain blue dragons flying around, right? Gotta love it. Appreciate you, More Monkey Business. What's up, dude? Guys, once again, appreciate the support. We're about to jump into the deep red. So hitting the like or new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. Always grateful. I'll never tell you what to do, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let's get into it. First, deep red. We already talked about this crypto, but PORTX is still in the deep red on the year. It's only 13% down. That's not really like deep reds anymore like it was in the triple zeros. But look at that supply, 680 million supply, and it was triple zeros. Now it's in the double zero ranges. That's still like, dude, whole numbers are easy to accumulate before this crypto becomes what, 50 cents, $1, $5. I mean, that supply is very, very low for a crypto that's providing the one-click interoperability type of use case that it's doing. Chainport is connected to some major names. Tezos, Ocean, what's it called? You know, obviously the big wigs like Solana, Cosmos ecosystem. So PORTX, and then good amount of investors in PORTX. The team, TLOS, connected with PORTX, and you guys know I like me some TLOS. So PORTX, I think we're just seeing the beginnings of something fantastic here with Chainport and PORTX, man. And we're just lucky that we got to see this one at 000. All right, moving on to the next one. OpenX AI. OpenX AI is now negative 26% down. New crypto, so it's only got like a week's worth of information here. Negative 26% down on the week. It could keep crashing. It could keep going. It could keep going. Like it could go to 50 cents, 25 cents. You don't know. But the connections for this crypto are freaking fantastic, man. NVIDIA connections, decentralized cloud compute connections with like some really big names. So OpenX kind of coming out, you know, on fire right now. Keeping an eye out. Weird black and white crypto logo, just like the Algorands and the HBARs and the XRPs and the, you know, the others that have weird black and white crypto logos. OpenX fulfilling that obligation. It's got an X, right? So we like the X in that crypto, building on base and looking to be a powerhouse for that base ecosystem. So OpenX at 61 cents, negative 26% down so far. Maybe it goes down further. Maybe it goes to 30 cents, 20 cents. Dude, if this thing starts to get to 20 cents, 10 cents with that 100 million supply, Blue Crew, I might not shut up about it. If nothing changes and it's just the price going down, I may not shut up about it because it's going to be in the freaking deep reds for a good bit, right? The base Patsy, guess who's working with OpenAI now? Not me. Dude, I was going to say base Patsy. I thought you were working with OpenAI. Who's working with OpenAI now, man? That would have been amazing, the base Patsy, if it was you, dude. Tell me it's TIBBIR. Tell me it's virtual and TIBBIR, man, because then we got the perfect marriage going on there, dude. That would be great. What's up, base Patsy? Good to see you, dude. Greetings to the Blue Foundation. We got more Blue Foundation jumping on in. I appreciate you guys. TIBBIR, yes, let's go, dude. No way TIBBIR's. Hey, it makes sense that the base AI ecosystems and virtual would work with what freaking OpenX. Dude, OpenX is building something here for real, man. And very excited to see where this one could go. You know, for right now, I think I'm just going to scoop up like 10 of them and see if this price goes a little bit lower. Remember, the supply is only like 100 million, right? So having 10 is actually amazing in the grand scheme of things, depending on how long, you know, if you're holding for the long-term vision of this thing, right? So I'm just going to chip away, maybe get myself 10 or 20 of them, right? And then freaking just wait to see if this thing gets redder as the year goes along. You know, maybe it's coming out at the right time for the bull cycle. Maybe that was intentional to release it just before the bull cycle comes in, right? But what is the PORTX ticker? QWERTY, the PORTX ticker is literally, you just said it, PORTX, PORTX, and it's called Chainport. It's 001, negative 13% down on the year. It was much better at 000, right? But now it's 0013. It has gone up 36% in the past 24 hours. I think a total of 45% in the past like week or you know, past 30 days. So PORTX, I mean, dude, still being able to get whole numbers of this easily of a 680 million supply crypto, right? But dang, dude, that was, you know, we're trying to minimize like risks, right? So we just want to be able to throw something like $5, $10, $20 at something and then just say, hey, I'm happy with that bag. I'm already have a good portion of that total supply. And if this thing, you know, turns out to be multiple dollars, then watch out, man. You know, best little coffee money crypto I've ever bought. That's for sure. But let's move on to our next deep red in just a second. OpenAI has a frog logo. Has frog as logo on the new agent webpage as well. Let's go. Let's go. That's beautiful, base Patsy, dude. I love when TIBBIR, I love when these ecosystems work within, you know, since they're in that base ecosystem, they're working together. That's great to see. Did you sell theories of your port for TIBBIR yet? Hey man, I like TIBBIR. I like TIBBIR. Hey, I'm gonna take, dude, TIBBIR and PORTX making gains right now in the past. This has been a great week. This has been a great week, man. In terms of some good gains for the deep reds. without a doubt. All right, let's move into some, now we're going into like really deep, right? So PORTX was 13% on the year. You just wanted to give it a shout out and say that it's been going up, but it's not a true deep red by the definition of the word anymore, right? It's going to feel sad not being able to talk about it because it's not in the deep reds. We'll talk about it in terms of the greens, though. We'll celebrate with you guys for sure with that. OpenX, just a measly negative 26% down. Maybe we can wait for it to be a little bit lower. Now we go a little, let's go plus or negative 20% further down. We got humans.ai. Heart is the ticker, HEART, 006, 7.8 billion supply, negative 46% down on the year, right? So Heart, interesting things with this crypto. Pretty red across the board, negative 46% down. Hedera Foundation follows them. That's a big deal to me. That's a really big deal because they're the ones who are, kind of the lead members in a way of that Decentralized Recovery Alliance. And if there's something that humans.ai is doing that Hedera Foundation is interested in, I'm freaking interested in. Pierce's Technology also follows them. So Heart at 006, I love being able to skip a coffee, skip a lunch, get whole numbers of this thing before it starts to freaking ramp up. 7.8 billion supply right now, right, for that crypto. Did you sell a majority of your PORTX for TIBBIR? Yeah, gotcha. Hey, man, we all make mistakes someday, Base Patsy. Like, for example, I didn't sell PORTX for TIBBIR, but I do have TIBBIR, but maybe I should have sold all the PORTX for TIBBIR. So we all make mistakes. It's understandable, man. Everybody's got their own journeys, and it's nothing but love and, good vibes going your way. And I'm happy you're doing well with TIBBIR. And, dude, I'm doing pretty well with TIBBIR, probably not as well as you are. But I'm happy that you were able to give us a good deep red when it was a deep red, right? When TIBBIR was, we know Base Patsy was there with TIBBIR, not chasing the candles, right? Because it's not what the Blue Foundation does, right? So shout out to Base Patsy for the TIBBIR love, man. We're just hopping around. I need to get some TIBBIR frogs hopping around this blue castle. Some green frogs, man. I'd dump half the XRP. There we go. Just dump half the XRP into TIBBIR, and then throw it back into XRP if you want after TIBBIR makes you some filthy gains. So that the ticker for humans.ai is HEART. The price is 006, negative 46% down, 7.8 billion supply, right? And if somebody in the chat wants to put the ticker after I mention the crypto, that would help Qwerty here. Appreciate you, Qwerty. I don't even know how to say your freaking thing, man, but shout out to you, man. Qwerty? I don't know. All right. My deep red of the year, man. I know it's not the deepest red, but dang, dude, this crypto deserves so much more respect than it freaking gets. Amazing activity, dude, in terms of on-chain activity compared to some of the big blue chip cryptos that are there. It's amongst them in activity, and yet it still lays in the deep red somehow. That's to our benefit. XX Network, the XX crypto, is at a penny, negative 68% down, 952 million supply, right? Less than a billion. I think it's a deflationary token. All right, guys. Sorry if the sound dipped out there. Sorry if the sound dipped. Let me know if my mic turns off again. Then I'll just have to go from the phone if it does. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, I was talking about XX Network. David Chom, godfather of crypto, creator of eCash, creator of the XX Network here. Chris Larson haven't invested in it, and WorldCoin, 3 grants given to the XX Network. All right. Sounds done. Sounds done. All right. So XX is so bullish that it needs an extra X next to it. It can't just be the X crypto. It's got to be XX. All right. So, yeah, sorry for the sound, guys. Appreciate y'all. Much love. But yeah, once again, XX Network, deep red of the year 2025 at a penny, negative 68% down, 952 million supply. We go to XPX. Dude, I love that. These three, the cryptos that I have on this list, man, I'm just like at the bottom part right here are fantastic, man. XPX, Sirius Chain is what it's called. XPX, SIRIUS Chain. Sirius Chain, like the star. XPX at 0002. It's moving up in the past 7 day and the 24-hour and so on and so forth. But dude, 0002 is still an amazing opportunity at negative 63% down on the year, and then a 9 billion supply. Fun facts about Sirius Chain. It was a winner of a CBDC tech sprint that had Ripple and Stellar amongst them as competitors. Swift was judging. People's Bank of China was judging. Bank of Indonesia was judging. Bank of England was judging. Monetary Authority of Singapore was judging. So XPX, ever since it won, it's gotten basically into shadow mode, but they've been releasing little updates, since then. On 2024, they released, that they were listed on ChainSpect or Chain Aspect, where a lot of big chains are monitored for their activity. They also released their storage, decentralized storage drive, mainnet, this year on 2025. So they're active. They're just very, very selective, and for understandable reasons. You win a CBDC tech sprint, you show that you can deliver end-to-end CBDC solutions. Banks are coming for you. They're telling you to have NDAs. They're telling you to keep your freaking mouth shut so the Blue Foundation doesn't freaking accumulate a majority of them. Unfortunately, they didn't do a good enough job of dumping this into the reds. And now the Blue Crew is going to have to flip the switch on this one like we did with SHX when it was at 000s, right? Heart is up 10% now. Oh my God, did somebody just buy some Heart and make it go 10% up? That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Now it's negative 36% down on the year. Yeah, Zcash has been killing it, 50 Cent. Congratulations, man. Happy for you, dude. Happy for those people who are buying the privacy-focused cryptos before privacy was an important thing to talk about. And now we're getting the decentralized recovery cryptos before decentralized recovery becomes something important to talk about. All right, we got a big list, guys, so we got to keep moving here. BLD Agoric at a penny, negative 73% down, 1 billion supply. Guys, thanks for double tapping the screen to hit the like. If we can get 25 likes even before we're at half hour, that means momentum is building on this channel, and that means the hard work is paying off that we're putting in. So I'm just always grateful, and I appreciate you guys and your support. But BLD Agoric at a penny, negative 73% down, at a billion supply. Sean Bennett, of the creator of this freaking SHX, following him. Ashish Birla with Ripple following them. Sunny Agrawal in the Cosmos ecosystem following them. BLD, easy to get whole numbers of this billion supply crypto. Maybe put it to stake for you and make it work for you while you're waiting for BLD to go to 10 cents, 25 cents, 40 cents, whatever, man. Let's go. I'll take a 40x from a penny. I'll take a 40x. Why not? All right. XCT. Dude, this one's a little bit of a divisive one. But XCT, Citadel 1, is still alive. Dude, we've talked Citadel 1 and XC. It seems like it never will ever break out of the 000s. But that's fine. If I can just make my XCT work while it's hanging out at 000s forever and make me some passive income, that would be great. So you can stake your Citadel 1. You can stake XCT. It's 0003. They're an OG validator. Like the inception of what XCT is, Citadel 1, they were a validator ecosystem for the Cosmos originally, and then they just spread out to all these awesome, like OG validator for Near Protocol, OG validator for Osmosis Zone, Kava, and a lot of other networks as well. Tezos connections. I mean, XCT looking really good in terms of the amount of validator support that they do for a lot of layer 1 cryptos. So this is a long play, but at triples, I try to find all the multiple zero cryptos that I can for you guys that have some at least some life to them, right? That they're still active and they're building something, or, at least still active. We'll take the activity, right? XCT Citadel 1, 0003, negative 75% down, 1 billion supply. Guys, I hope you enjoy this type of content. Do you guys enjoy this like daily, like letting you know what cryptos are like very deep reds, or, at least like, cryptos that have low sentiment, very far percentage down, right? Easy to get a good amount of, like, if you guys dig that, I appreciate the support. And, we'll keep doing this. We try to do this Monday through Friday, 3:30 p.m. PST daily. So much love to all of y'all. All right, our next crypto in the XRPL ecosystem. This could be a gem. This could be a gem. We've seen high volatility with this crypto before. GZX, Green Zone is what it's called. The Green Zone crypto, GZX, 404 right now with a 1 billion supply, right? 404, 1 billion supply, negative 79% down. Talk about minimal risk and being able to do large damage to supply, right? $5 gets you what, thousands of these probably, and never have to think about it again. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the meme coin volatility that XRPL will probably bring, and then next thing you know, we see GZX at 004 and not at 404. Let's just knock out 2 zeros. That's really all I need. Just knock out 2 zeros for me, GZX, and we move on to the next one. We'll go to the next deep red, or we'll build up the ammo for the bear cycle, right? We do have another bear cycle coming. Like, let's say if we get a bull cycle that, right now, if we get a bull cycle like tomorrow or towards the end of the year or whatever, if we get this bull cycle, or even in 2026, enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts, because 2027 is most likely going to be the year of the cyber attack. And that's going to take us into a bigger bear cycle, right? Probably the biggest bear cycle we've ever seen, because it's going to be a cyber attack most likely on the, the banks, and, it's going to be a cyber virus type of thing this time around for the global catalyst, right? And once that cyber virus is done, it accelerates the regulatory clarity that's needed for blockchain, right? And then we're into the utility era. We're into not only speculation, but utility married together, and regulatory clarity era. So let's freaking go. So let's hope we get this bull cycle now, because it just happens in perfect timing for us to take the profits and load up the ammo box for that freaking, that 2027 cyber attack, right? It's going to be freaking ridiculous, dude. NTT Data told it all, man. NTT Data prophesized it how many years ago now? Almost 10 years ago, dude. 2014, they made those videos. Holy cow, man. Already well over 10 years ago. All right. Next crypto, Big Data Protocol. I love these data cryptos, by the way. Big Data Protocol and Measurable Data Token, MDT. Both of them are at 2 cents. Differences in supply, though. BDP, Big Data Protocols, at 2 cents, negative 79% down, 80 million supply. Measurable Data Token, I think, is like a 2 billion supply at 2 cents. Measurable data, or a data economy for MDT, and they're releasing new products. MDT is alive and well, man. I am enjoying my bag of MDT, just waiting for that boom, dude. Just waiting for that data. Dude, everybody's hyped up on like anything AI, right? They're going for all the AI cryptos because they're just like, oh my God, the speculation is going to be AI and AI agents. Yes, but let's not forget about data, right? Data is absolutely necessary to the AI. And you have Big Data Protocol, BDP, providing private investment data to these AI agents so they can do their job better, right? This is a use case that's not, apparent right now, but that's going to, once AI agents are really out and on the fold, dude, they're going to need things like BDP and that private investment data. And at 2 cents, man, what a hell of a value to scoop up, what, 100 of these can even do some damage to an 80 million supply, right? White Martin Luther, are you AI? I most likely am, man. I'm speaking too fast to be human, right? Is this video going to stay up after it ends? QWERTY, yes, it does stay up at it after it ends, because not many people watch it anyways once these videos are over. The amount of I do get a good amount of views,
but like the length of time that the average viewer watches, it's all on the lives, right? Most of the damage is done on the lives. Not many people like will, you know, check this out later and watch the whole video, right? And it's all right, man. Like, you know, some people want deep red, some people don't. Some people want to just see their crypto influencer talk about one crypto and just talk about how amazing that crypto is forever and never really talk about anything else, just about how awesome that crypto is, right? Hey, I love that. I just rather spend my time trying to keep finding more, like, you know, keeping the freaking focus on and, you know, understanding that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity in front of us, right? So I'm going to be talking about every freaking crypto under the sun. I love XRP. Don't get me wrong. Love SHX. Don't get me wrong. But I want to try to accumulate as many of these while we're in the candy store before it opens, right? All right. Let's go to subquery token. SQT at 0009, negative 81% down, 10 billion supply. SQT's got major connections with a ton of layer one cryptos. There's a real project building here. They're active. We don't know what a bull cycle looks like for SQT, and I love it at 0009. 10 billion supply. Great value right here for SQT, negative 81% down. We go to Paribus X, or Paribus. Been mentioning this one every now and again, but I'm locking on to this one now, man. This one's an interesting one. A multi-collateral cross-chain borrowing and lending platform for RWAs and LP tokens and things like that. PBX at 4 zeros. We don't even have to think about this crypto again. We just throw 10 bucks in it, get our 1,000 or 100 or whatever of these cryptos, and then sayonara, dude. 10 billion supply, right? 10 billion supply for PBX. 4 zeros, 98, negative 86% down, 10 billion supply. Interesting connections with this crypto as well. TLOS, TLOS. 3 cents now, man. This, we liked it at 4 cents. You bet we probably love it at 3 cents or 2 cents or 1 cent. Very much prepared, but damn, dude, they can't. How much are they going to knock this thing down with a 400, 500 million supply, right? For a hyper scalable layer one crypto. But yeah, if they want to increase my bags of TLOS, then so be it, dude. And then I can't wait to stake this crypto as well. I gotta create my staking account for that one. All right, we're almost halfway there with the Blue Crew list, or the deep reds. Let me check it out. How are we doing? Blue castles, deep reds, green candles. Let's go. If I miss a live, I always watch it and give you a thumbs up. Appreciate you more, Monkey Business, man. Appreciate you, man. And appreciation's all around. Appreciate you, man. Keep it up. Okay, got it. You talk like AI. I'm scared AI has made this far. I am scared that AI has made us sound like AI. Are you in a castle? I'm in the blue castle. Yes, White Martin. Yes. I am in a blue castle, not my car. All right. Let's just all imagine that I'm in a fantastic blue palace. We have to manifest it, right? We have to make it come into being that I'm in a blue castle and I'm streaming and showing you guys the charts and the deep reds from a nice studio with a proper mic, great sound quality, great visual quality that never hicks up or anything, right? That's the type of thing we're trying to build here on this channel. And you guys liking, subscribing helps us get closer to that goal. So I appreciate y'all. Root Network, Metaverse crypto here. 001, negative 91%, 12 billion supply. Root Network, big connections with the XRPL, right? We can't let the robots win, man. The robots need these. That's the one thing we know. They're going to need these digital assets because they can't transact in cash. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you guys. You probably will be able to transact in cash if you want to. You just won't really see the point of it because you can just do like telepathic, payment exchange, right? Like, why would you would just do it as like to see what all the craze was about AI, really? Like, don't worry about it. I was just joking, AI, if you're listening. But yeah, Root Network 001, negative 91% down, 12 billion supply. We got STRD, Stride, dude. Decentralized Recovery Alliance follows them. 6 cents, negative 91% down, 100 million supply. If you guys don't know what the Decentralized Recovery Alliance is, it's what inspired the Deep Red Alliance. But the Decentralized Recovery Alliance is a collection of powerhouse cryptos. You got HBAR, Algorand, XRP, and ADA being the founding four, and then the other members who have joined in. Oasis, right? The Rose token, great AI privacy crypto if you guys are looking for it. Very undervalued, 10 billion supply, 2 cents, easy to get 1,000. Stake it, make it work for you. Let that decentralized recovery just do its thing. Hashpack at a penny is a member of it. Bank Social, love Bank Social. Bank Social is part of it as well. I'm sure Bank Social is a fantastic deep red right now in the HBAR ecosystem. Unfortunately, Live Coin Watch stopped giving us price feeds for BSL, but I just got to remember to like shout that one out every once in a while. Casper is also part of that alliance. So to be able to provide decentralized recovery to businesses and banks, that's kind of a big deal. If your blockchain doesn't do that, I don't think businesses would want to work with something that has a central point of failure versus something that is decentralized, right? So you'd be able to recover your assets if you lose them. That's very important, man. I'm also hoping that Sirius Chain may join the Decentralized Recovery Alliance eventually in the future, because they do that. They can do decentralized recovery of assets. If you look in their use cases for XPX, they can do that. They can freaking do that. So hopefully they can join that alliance and really show the legitimacy there of XPX and Sirius Chain. All right. STRD, we talked about Stride, Decentralized Recovery Alliance, following them, 6 cents, negative 91% down, 100 million supply. Awesome. Awesome. Getting whole numbers of 100 million supply crypto, please. Decentralized Recovery Alliance follows them. They're trying to do liquid staking for all platforms. That could be amazing. DEAI. Dang, I forgot what this one was called. It has a 01. I think it's what it's called. 0 block 1 or 01. And the ticker is DEAI. Major sleeper project here, you guys. Ocean Protocol follows them. Oasis, the Blue Rose. These two are building or collaborating or partners with DEAI. So DEAI is at 3 cents, negative 92% down on the year at a 1 billion supply, right? So DEAI, definitely interested in looking that one up. When you got Ocean Protocol, that's part of the ASI, right? The Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. And you got freaking, DREC Alliance's Oasis Protocol, Blue Rose, that can provide privacy and AI, use cases, right? Following DEAI, that gets me excited because it's at 3 cents. I don't have to put in too much, and I can make a mark on that billion supply easily. Flix, FLIX, OmniFlix, in the Cosmos ecosystem, 009, negative 92% down, 1 billion supply. So OmniFlix, pretty good staking rate too, like 20+% staking rate. I think it's just down because the Cosmos ecosystem in general is kind of down. When the bull cycle comes up, I think we're going to see some very high volatility in that low cap ecosystem of the Cosmos ecosystem, as well as the HBAR ecosystem and XLM ecosystem, and all the ecosystems, SUI, Polygon, freaking you name it, Tezos, what's it called, Avalanche, right? Can't forget those, SUI, Silver Days, the Aqua must flow indeed. Dude, Aqua is at 0008, one of the best 000 opportunities that is out there. You could do liquidity pools with it. You could freeze your Aqua to boost your liquidity pools. You can delegate your ICE. When you freeze your Aqua, you get this thing called ICE. You can delegate your ICE to boost your liquidity pools at optimal times, right? This is freaking awesome, man. I'm really liking what Aqua's doing, and I'm amazed that it's at 0008. XLM DeFi in general is way underappreciated, like just massively underappreciated and underexposed. Underexposed. You got what's it called? You got FO, the Phoenix DeFi Hub, right? PHO, it's like 23 cents right now, with the 77 million supply or 80 million supply, right? That's not fair, dude. That's not fair to, have the Blue Foundation get that much FO. BLND and YBX in the Script 3 ecosystem, right? They're providing DeFi as well, right? being able to get whole numbers of those cryptos that are in millions of supply, right? BLND and YBX are cryptos like that are just low in the millions of supply. Same thing with the FO. Aqua, 100 billion supply, triple zeros. But dude, Aqua utility every single day to tons of wallets in the XLM ecosystem, right? So Aqua is going to definitely be melting some faces. But those are like, and Dogstar as well, the XStar, the meme coin DeFi ecosystem in the XLM community. These are all massively underexposed. LSP as well, Lumen Swap as well. All right. XCAD, XCAD, 2 cents, negative 93% down, 200 million supply for XCAD. Loving the value there. Loving the value. Love that it's in couple 100 million. Get some XCAD, get some 2 cents, negative 93% down. Maybe I don't even, like, I knew some stuff before coming into this to talk about with XCAD, but now I've totally forgotten it. So Blue Crew, if you want to do your own research on that one, you know, I'll try to, if it keeps showing up in the deep reds, I keep looking into it, and then I start to remember, you know, things that are really going on with some of these new cryptos we're bringing into the fold here. Is Lobster safe? Can I earn ICE there? You don't earn ICE. Okay, Lobster is the wallet solution, right? The self-custody wallet that you have, right? You'll have your Aqua there, but in order to freeze your Aqua, you don't swap it into ICE. You go to the Aqua Locker, you go to Aqua's website, go to the Aqua Locker, lock up your ICE, turn it in, or lock up your Aqua, turn it into ICE. ICE becomes like you can use ICE for votes, governance votes. You can use it to boost up your liquidity pools. So make sure if you're going to do some liquidity pools with Aqua that you have some Aqua left to pair up your SHX with, to pair up your XLM with, to pair up your XRF with, to pair up your Dogstar with, whatever XLM crypto you like, pairing it up with Aqua, and then the Aqua that you've frozen, using that ICE to boost those liquidity pools, right? I'm drowning in Aqua, dude. Frogadelic, gotta love it, man. Gotta love it, dude. It's so good. It's so good, man. When that thing starts to go to like 0.002 or 0.005, the passive income that's going to be flowing for the Blue Foundation from Aqua, we may not need any other cryptos, guys. We may not need any of these other cryptos to do anything for us. You know, like Aqua is just coming through tremendously. But you know, we'll see. We'll see if it hits that 0.005 range. But right now, 0.008, tremendous opportunity. XRP free meat, no worries, man. All good. You know, take it slow. Once again, I know there's excitement, and sometimes we get impatient, or we get like really excited that we like make very, very, you know, bold decisions very quickly. You know, I don't want people just like all of a sudden going, I'm throwing 1,000 Aqua in. I don't know what throwaway money is for you. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. But it's like, you know, just little bits at a time, man. That's how we win. That's how we win. Little bit at a time, right? The tree comes to me, not me walking to the tree. The tree's coming to me over time. All right. Something, I don't think anybody would really get that reference, but a teacher once said something like that to me. And I don't think it meant what he thought he meant, but I just took it as like a sign of like, be patient. The things you want will come to you in time and present themselves at the right time. Right. And it's the same thing with crypto. It's like, because when you overinvest, it's never fun. You get this like, sure, you get this little thrill out of like, oh my God, am I about to go up? Like, can I get $100 off a quick trade in like an hour or something like that? I've kind of let go of that type of stuff, man. I'm just like down to just wait over time and look back a year or two from now and be like, holy cow, how awesome was that last year when the Blue Foundation was just talking about it at triple zeros, right? That's what happened with SHX, and we're still holding on for some SHX, but we took some profits for sure off that initial pump to 3 cents from triple zeros, man. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So, yeah, we're just hoping for more opportunities like that, without a doubt. I disagree. Go all in on TIBBIR. Much love to you, brother. Dude, shout out to you, man, for donating to say that, the base Patsy. And I like that it's like a respectful disagree, You know, he's saying I disagree, right? But it's like, I respectfully disagree. I'm giving you money to disagree, all right? So take this as it is, G. I disagree all in on TIBBIR. Hell yeah. Guys, do yourselves a favor. Go down the ribbit hole on X. Follow altcoinist_com and give it 15 minutes. I'd like to see us all win. Let's go, man. Shout out to you, Base Patsy. Thank you so much for your support. And, you know, for the TIBBIR heads up, man. I love that you're all in on TIBBIR. Love it. The diversified person in me can't freaking do it, but I'd probably have less worries if I was just thinking about TIBBIR, honestly. Literally leveraging time. Exactly. There you go, Frogadelic. Just leveraging time. That's all. All right. Here we go. What's another one? Kel VPN. Okay, I was going to talk about Cellframe, but we talked about Cellframe yesterday. Cell is a layer 0 crypto, post-quantum resistant crypto, building other blockchains off of it. Other L1s are building off of it. 20 cents or so right now with like around 100 or so million supply, like a pretty damn low supply for the Cellframe token. Definitely on the radar. This is one of the cryptos building on Cellframe, and it's called Kel VPN. KEL is the ticker. 0004, negative 93% down, 100 million supply for Kel. Now we'll go into A0. A0, Aleph 0, Digital Euro Association member with Ripple and Quant. A0 at a penny, negative 94% down, 520 million supply. You guys see how deep we get into these reds? We were just at what? Starting off like 13% down, just giving PORTX a little love, right? And then we went to 60, and now we're just in the pit of the deep reds here. This is what we try to do every episode. So A0 at a penny, negative 94% down, 520 million supply, part of the Digital Euro Association. I mean, we could do, dude, $5 could do tremendous damage if this thing is actually alive and doing what it says it's doing. You know, you're part of the Digital Euro Association. You might be in ghost mode for all we know. There might be massive NDAs going on with A0, right? DREC Alliance follows A0. I think that was like a big giveaway of like, oh, A0 might still be building here, right? So at a penny, negative 94% down, 520 million supply. Self-chain, SLF, layer 1 crypto, used to be known as Frontier, is at a penny, negative 97% down, 412 million supply. For a layer 1 crypto, that ain't bad, man, especially within the millions of supply, right? EMC, Edge Matrix Chain at 001, negative 97% down, 1 billion supply. AI, RWA, GPU crypto. Edge Matrix Chain, interesting following as well. I think connections with NVIDIA. So at 001, not bad for EMC with a 1 billion supply there. Then we get to the bottom of the pit. Risky cryptos here, but still worth shouting out. 2 cryptos that are about AI agents here. One is literally called Agent Layer, 000424, negative 84% down, 1 billion supply. Easy to do damage to that crypto for it being the AI agent layer. I think virtual might have become that, but hey, this crypto, whether it's dead or not, $5 can go a long way, right? $10 could go a long way if we get the volatility picking up and we go to 004, just get a 10x. You know, if we don't feel too comfortable with it. Waveform, or known as Wave, WAVE, 4026, negative 99% down on the year, 1 billion supply. My lord, 4 zeros with a 1 billion supply. Are you kidding me? AI agents as well, connected with virtual, right? So interesting project there without a doubt for Wave, WAVE at what is it? 4026, negative 99. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I think so too, Base. I think so too. I think they have become the AI agent's home base for sure. No pun intended with Base, but I hear what you're saying, Base Patsy. It really seems like virtuals is the clear like hub for the AI agents, and then it's just going to be about projects that are connecting to that, right? Or trying to provide use cases to these AI agents. So I totally hear you, man. Watching out for the doctor and lawyers. There we go. Pinksters is a coin being marketed to crypto punk holders, or Punkster is a coin being marketed to crypto punk holders worth adding to the list. Okay, will do. Thank you, Base. Appreciate you, man. And that would be cool too, man, is when we can start accepting calls again, or like, you know, getting people to talk again on the same screen. You know, that's another part of just like trying to get to the studio, right? Trying to get to the studio aspect there. All right. Okay, guys, so that was the deep reds, man. I'm sorry, I've just kind of like exhausted myself from all the deep reds, and it kind of is getting a little hot in here. But here, let me turn on my car. That'll help. But if you guys have any questions about deep reds or any other cryptos, or cryptos you would like me to add to the list, once again, I might already have it on the list. It just might not be a deep red, right? And we just gotta kind of be okay with that. It's like, okay, there's gonna be cryptos that I'm not shouting out that are not deep reds, right? But when the deep red, dude, the deep reds are gonna be gone one day. The deep reds will be gone one day, and we will be in bull cycle. And when we're in bull cycle, we'll miss streams like this, because you guys are going to be asking me, dude, what's a crypto I can get right now during the bull cycle? What's a crypto? No. That's not how we play. We don't start buying during bull cycles. That's why it's so urgent and so, you know, important to be taking advantage of the deep reds while they're there. So we're celebrating big time and building up a war chest if we want to take some, you know, profits and fiat, right? MPC worth writing down. I think I might have MPC, but we'll write that down. Been cooking some food, lurking. What's up? Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you. Silver freaking days. Virtuals agents is equivalent to ChatGPT for AI. First movers advantage. That's well said right there. That might be like the comment of the freaking thing right there, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. That was a good one. Yeah, virtual is definitely hitting the first mover advantage right there. Guys, we're going to go over the deep reds again in a very fast order in just a little bit. But time to chill a little bit. Time to chill with the Blue Crew a little bit. You guys talk to me. Let me take a freaking breather. Lizard King in the house. Guys, I'm loving that PORTX has been up in the past 24 hours, in the past 7 days. Love that PORTX is freaking doing things. Love that it's awake. Love that it's following quality cryptos. Very excited. Very excited for PORTX, man. Very stoked that the Blue Crew or the Blue Foundation came across PORTX. So PORTX looking great. OpenX, you know, it's definitely got some of my interest. Very excited. You had my curiosity, but now you have my interest. Or you had my interest, now you have my curiosity, whichever way that is. What's your favorite deep red? My favorite deep red is XX Network. In terms of just like, it's not the deepest red, but in terms of the most quality crypto, I would say XX Network. The next one, if I will give you a second one, because this could be a tie. XPX Serious Chain at 0002. If you do any research on this crypto, you'll be like, how the hell is this thing at 0002? Right? How is this even freaking possible? For a layer 1 behemoth of a freaking crypto that beat out Ripple and Stellar in a CBDC tech sprint. How is this so damn undervalued? How did they trick the public so damn well to not even think about this freaking crypto? Right? So XPX is another one of those. But yeah, XX Network, I would say in terms of like confidence and quality, I definitely dig it at a penny right here. That will probably be my favorite deep red. But it's hard to choose, man, sometimes. But I already said at the beginning of 2025, the deep red of 2025 is XX Network. So, and it's, unfortunately, it has not got itself out of the deep reds yet, but that just means time's ticking, man. Time's ticking. Right? So yeah, QWERTY, that would be my favorite deep red right now. Because once again, it's at a penny, less than a billion supply, negative 68% down. I mean, you could do like just getting whole numbers of a crypto that is a quantum resistant crypto. Right? That's important. UMA. Okay, I'll add UMA. I think we might have UMA. Check, we have check. We have check on there. Check is a good deep red for sure. I think that's a really good one. UMA. Oh, we got all these new cryptos being shouted out. Silver Days, you've been holding back on me, man. Have you just been waiting for these cryptos to go up so then you can shout them out? Silver Days? Do you want us to, are you just waiting to buy these cryptos and then tell it to us so we buy your cryptos that you just bought? Metal X is looking real nice with their lending and borrowing. Yes, it is. XPR and Metal are still highly undervalued. I liked them more though when they were out like a penny and triple zeros. I can't really like accumulate more because it's like, you know, that's just how we do, guys. We accumulate in reds. You know, I don't accumulate every single deep red crypto, but dude, you best believe we were accumulating some Metal and XPR, right? MDT, measurable data token, is still alive, boys. Dude, they're building for a future, like big data protocol and MDT are building for a future that's not really here yet, right? The measurable data economy is going to be a thing. MDT freaking killing it. What is it? 2 billion supply at 2 cents. I mean, dude, we can do damage to that supply. If we can get 1,000 of those and then never think of MDT again, right? And just wait for that measurable data economy to start coming to fruition. By the way, guys, I appreciate you hitting the likes. And I know some of you are guys checking out already because you're like, oh, I got my deep reds and he's just talking and smoking. Let's not hang out with him anymore, right? But appreciate the support. In the description below, if you guys want to mine Satoshis with me through the Ember app, you can use the referral code below. It gives you a boost of extra Satoshis per hour. And then also, I got my Coinbase ID or Coinbase wallet. If you guys want to send me any crypto or donate to me any crypto, I am always grateful for your support, as always, guys. And then Swash or Swash Link, earning crypto for you just being you on your cell phone or on your or online or on your web browser, earning Swash. Dude, now I'm earning BAT and Swash for my internet activity. Like, I don't mind getting dual rewards of a crypto, right? I got 5 on it. Shout out to you, Mozerps. Can we like Mozerps' crypto there? Who else has got 5 on it? Shout out to you, man. Look at me with my little roaches. Look at me with my Super Mario roach. Look at this guy. Come on now. My roach clips. Shout out to you. What are you guys smoking out there if you guys are smoking? Or what are you drinking? I know some of you guys just got off work. It's freaking, what, middle of the week. So I know you guys are freaking struggling. You guys are probably definitely chilling somewhere, somehow. Maybe buying cryptos is just your vice. And that's it. But anyways, let me go over the deep reds. In fast motion here. Let me put this out as well. All right. Woo. I think we're comfy now. QWERTY's like, dude, I think I might have found the best channel of all freaking time. Like, it's a room full of people who love crypto, want to just keep it crypto, want to just keep it good vibes and good times, and has a well-disciplined, or at least as well-disciplined as you can get for a host who's very conscientious of not telling people what to do. And you have a hell of a community here that just keeps trying to find multiple zeros cryptos, man. XRP free me. I appreciate you driving and, you know, just sticking to your driving, man. You don't have to worry about typing in here, man. I know you're supporting. I appreciate you. Much love. Shout out to the blue crew here. Area 51 here. We're hotboxing the Blue Palace tonight, guys. The Blue Foundation's having a good time. If you guys, yeah, we've switched from the Blue Crew to the Blue Foundation, guys. You know, the Blue Crew began here, and if you guys need proof, we were the first channel to start blue wrenching everybody that was watching. And then the community just started calling itself Blue Crew, right? This is where it began. Now the community is well evolved. I mean, we're close to 10 years of streaming here, right? Of experience. It's becoming the Blue Foundation. And the bigger this channel becomes, the bigger that foundation turns out. I might have to rename the channel the Blue Foundation, man. That would be freaking sick. Been here for a few months. I kind of come and go in the crypto stuff. Hey, and that's quirkity. That's like very much like that Zen ninja mindset, man. Just not stressing over. The less that you can, crypto's supposed to be fun, right? Crypto's supposed to be nice. And like, you know, like when you accumulate, you should feel good about your future with it, and feel good that like you don't care about what's happening to that money anymore, really. Like, it's money you could afford to lose, so it's just for fun, right? And you know this fun, you know this digital currency. Is that my roach? The heck is that, man? Oh, dude, mix. What the heck, mix? Dude, that's some stinky. Okay, man, I don't even know what type of food you ate, but get some veggies in there. Somewhere throughout your diet, maybe. Get some veggies, get some oats. Oh, God, I don't even want to tell you what to eat right now. Oh, my God. That smells so bad. That smells so bad, my dude. Wow. Mix. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the support, my man. But that's pretty as bad as Legendary's little dookies, man. If you guys remember Legendary, and he would just be constantly duking all over the chat. And it would just get progressively worse. Like, the smell would just get bad. Mix is just like, it's going to smell, dude. It's just going to smell. Right? I don't even remember what I was talking about because it smelled so damn bad. But yeah, crypto should be fun. Crypto should be fun. Having these cryptos and being... You want to know when it's fun? When you look left and right to you on a daily and you wear a hat that has the freaking big green XRP logo on it. Nobody knows what the hell it is when they look at you, right? Nobody even knows what crypto is, really. They've heard of Bitcoin, and that's about it. They don't understand any freaking thing about it. They've seen Crypto.com arena subliminally just freaking mind effing them, right? Daily. The word crypto. They see movies like Superman that has Crypto the dog being the most favorite character in that freaking movie, right? The summer of crypto, right? How hilarious, dude. You got a movie called Tron coming out. A movie called Tron. They did it, dude. If you would have bought TRX when they came out with that second Tron, you'd be a freaking legend, right? You might be chasing the pump, actually. You might be chasing the pump. It might have been 39-cent Tron at that time, right? But dude, if you were accumulating at 2 cents when it was at 2 cents forever, we were one of the only channels giving kudos to TRX and Justin Sun. And I understand, you know, he's a divisive guy, but you're on Forbes' 30 under 30, and you represented Ripple when Ripple was a young company, when they're trying to branch themselves out and they're trying to hire the best of the best to represent them across the globe. And they chose him as the China representative, right? The one to talk Ripple in China, right? So TRX, dude, people are sleeping on it. They want to bash it. Dude, it's okay. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. The supply, the price was amazing at 2 cents. We're riding on that. At 30 cents, it's probably still amazing because they're still releasing subliminals of Tron telling you, dude, Tron's going to be a big freaking deal. And you're not going to go buy it. You're just going to go watch the movie, say the music was nice, say the visuals were cool, and not even get the freaking whole thing that was just happening there. But yeah, we gotta get going in a second here. But Severance, the show Severance, Lumen Corp, literally called Lumen Corp. Isn't that insane? I mean, I don't know what to. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, all right. But yeah, freaking Lumen Corp, right? They're telling you in front of your eyes. And you know what's so funny? They're telling you Ripple and XLM and Stellar are one and the same, right? Hey, we've talked about this before as well, right? Easy to control the future when you split it out, right? Instead of just having Ripple being the umbrella corp company, make it seem like it's different companies, but really it's all from the same freaking thing, right? From the same source, right? So Lumen Corp, if you look at the logo, if you watch the show Severance, it's set in the future or some distant future, right? major company has taken over, and they've been around for a long time, and now they've been building out, you know, a subsect called the severance program. I don't want to give you like the whole thing, but that severance program, the workplace that they work in, they give you a blue ID card that has a water drop on it, a water drop logo on it. Freaking Ripple drop. The logo itself is a ripple. Here, I gotta show you guys. I gotta freaking show you guys. I gotta show you this freaking thing, man. I'm lucky I screenshot it. Just hopefully you can show up on the background here. So they're saying Lumen. Here at Lumen, they spell it with an O though, not an EN, because they can't be so on the freaking nose, right? They can't be so on the nose, right? Here's the Tron stuff. Here's Tron for you, right? There's Tron, right? Look at him holding his TRX there. And then here's the Lumen Corp badge. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see the water drop there. Oh, no. Okay, give me a sec. All right, and then there it is. There it is. Dude, they're telling you, look at it. It ripples out. It's a ripple. But it has Lumen on it and the water drop. That could be SUI as well. Sure, if you guys want to say it's SUI. But it's the Ripple Blue. It's the Ripple Blue. When you watch the show, they're walking around with this blue tag that has this blue watermark. That's the Ripple Blue, dude. Right? It's freaking crazy. So the subliminals are out there. They've been telling you like straight to your freaking face, and millions of people are just going to let it fly over them, and they're going to be battling for freaking drops. They're going to be struggling for drops. XRP in the future. They're going to be struggling for stroops of lumens. They're going to be struggling for little bricks of freaking SHX, man. It's just hard when, you know, hey, some people have the eyes to see it and some people don't. Some people eventually get the eyes to see it, right? I think we're one of those people who eventually got like, oh man, they're just telling you stuff, like they're disrespecting, like before they used to be so subtle with their subliminals. Now there's just straight up disrespect to the viewer. They're just like, hey, we're going to tell you and see if you do anything. Like if you, because we've got you in a mode of like inactivity, right? Monad, we have Monad on the list. Monad's not even, it is on the list, but it doesn't have price activity, right? Monad's an interesting one. Definitely mix. Gift a virtual joint would be brilliant. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. Frogadel, that'd be great if they let you start doing little overlays on these lives or something. That'd be cool. Shout out to TIBBIR. Geez, hi. Yep. Totally ripped. Much love to the Blue Crew. About to smoke a big bowl. They're going to put your digital ID on the blockchain, bro. Dude, I mean, that's what WLD is all about. That's why we're behind WLD and Sam Altman's project. Dude, the orb. Check it out. If you check out WorldChain or WorldCoin, right, Foundation, check out the orb. People are scanning their freaking irises on it. Dude, there's millions upon millions of people now freaking scanning their iris. I don't know. I don't know where I can find this orb. I don't want to freaking do it. But damn, that's how they get people on chain. That's how they get people to feel secure, right? Keep trusting technology. Give us your identity, right? We'll ensure that you're safe. Like, there's no way anybody can do a transaction but you. Like, just because we have your biometrics or whatnot, right? And then low key behind the scenes, they're just making your AI clone, and then they replace you overnight, and then it's an AI society, right? All right. Let me go through the deep reds really quick, guys. I got to go. Appreciate the Blue Crew and the Blue Foundation, Green Giants, and Deep Red Alliance. Awesome episode as well, but telling you right in front of your freaking face, man. This is a big show that a lot of people watch that are getting exposure to this, right? And the creators of Westworld worked on this freaking show, Severance, right? That show, we've talked about Westworld a ton, right? They had some digital ID stuff, some digital transaction stuff. Now they're doing it here with Severance as well. Freaking crazy sci-fi stuff. But anyways, guys, appreciate you jumping on in. Let's see if we can get to about 40 likes by the end of these deep reds. I'm going to go through them quick. Hopefully you guys got a pen and pencil or anything like that, or, you know, whatever. Or you can just rewind back and then you can take your time going through the deep reds with us. So appreciate the Blue Foundation. Let's jump into it. Heart, humans.ai 006, negative 46%, 7.8 billion. TIBBIR, shout out to the base Patsy. TIBBIR. OpenX at 61 cents, negative 26% down, 100 million supply. PORTX, dude, Chainport still 13% down, 680 million supply. XX Network at a penny, negative 68% down, 952 million supply. XPX, Sirius Chain XPX at 0002, negative 63% down, 9 billion supply. BLD Agoric at a penny, negative 73% down at a billion supply. XCT Citadel 1 at 0003, negative 75% down at a billion supply. GZX at 404, negative 79% down, 1 billion supply. Green Zone is what it's called for GZX. BDP, Big Data Protocol at 2 cents, negative 79% down, 80 million supply. SQT 0009, negative 81% down, 10 billion supply. PBX, Paribus at 4098, negative 86% down, 10 billion supply. TLOS, Telos at 3 cents, negative 88% down, 400 million supply. Root at 001, negative 91% down, 12 billion supply. STRD Stride at 6 cents, negative 91% down, 100 million supply. DEAI 3 cents, negative 92% down, 1 billion supply. Flix 0009, negative 92% down, 1 billion supply. XCAD 2 cents, negative 93% down, 200 million supply. KEL KEL 0004, negative 93% down, 100 million supply. A0 at a penny, negative 94% down, 520 million supply. Self Chain SLF at 1 cent, negative 97% down, 412 million supply. EMC Edge Matrix Chain 001, negative 97% down, 1 billion supply. Agent Layer Agent at 000424, negative 84% down, 1 billion supply. And Wave at 402, negative 99% down at 1 billion supply. And it's Wave Form, right? That's the name. The ticker is Wave, and I'm sure there's other cryptos that have Wave, but it's called Wave Form, and it's 4026, negative 99% down. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody's support to the channel. Much love to the Blue Crew. Thanks, Base Patsy, for your wisdom. And thank you, Silver Days, for your support. 50 Cent for your support. Coca-Cola for the love. Also, Base Patsy, man, once again, always grateful. Thank you for that donation earlier. Miles P, thank you. Mo Zerps, thank you for your support earlier. QWERTY, thank you for your support, my man. Always grateful, you guys. Thank you, Blue Crew. Thank you, Green Giants. Thank you, Blue Foundation. Thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eyes, and we keep it crypto. I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios.